Live coverage of the 12th Bola Tinubu Colloquium holding in Kano State in honor of the national leader of the All Progressives Congress, who is celebrating his 69th birthday today. I'll be handing you over to my colleague Femi. He's live in Kano.
A break in transmission induced by COVID-19. The world around has changed in past 1 year, and so we have the event that used to be physical events has changed into a hybrid one, with thousands and thousands joining us over Zoom webinar on live television. Here at the Bola Tinubu Colloquium, we convene not only in honor of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu on his birthday, but also to exchange ideas and shape our minds, shape the nation of the people. Our theme this year, our common bond, our commonwealth, the imperatives of national cohesion for the growth and prosperity. This year, faculty presents a rich blend of experience background, both locally and internationally. My name is Buffa Saleh, and with me,
Daphne Oneshi Adams.
We have been your program guides for today. Our first order of the day will be to welcome note by our host, His Excellency. So we're going to have that shortly. Thank you.
It is 10 a.m. on a wet Monday morning, sometime in the year 2001. The cabinet meeting of the Lagos State Executive considers many issues. The debate is extensive and heated at times, but always focused and productive. All the contributors looked forward to the vibrant discourse that helped shape the fortunes of Lagos State and some other states. Years later, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, having served 2 terms as governor, often found himself and all the usual suspects and contributors still involved in these intense debates about a progressive Nigeria. So, one day, some of the contributors thought, why not go public with our conversations to mark Asiwaju's birthday? This could broaden the solution base to our common national issues. Consequently, the Bola Tinubu Colloquium was born.
With a wife like this, is politics not sexy? Patriots, alive or departed, that can match the commitment, resilience, creativity that Asiwaju Bola Tinubu has over the few decades demonstrated in organizing Nigeria's public life for good.
presidency for pioneering this program.
So every once in a while, I think that history gives us one or two persons who are gifted transformative leaders. And I believe that our country has been gifted by this great transformative leader, Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
We seek to constitute a nation where all the basic sustenance and sufficient food on their tables, a sturdy and sheltering roof over their heads, and a fair chance and means to sustain and further enrich their life as they see fit. Let it be that all that we may live in social contentment and peace with our neighbors as with ourselves. This is what we mean by next level. May God give it to us. Thank you for giving me this birthday wish. God bless you.
Maybe we have not memorized our past present enough, how we were carved, joined, and born. 100 years and more of who we have been and where we have walked. 60 years and counting of liberty and ceremonies of silence and uttered words. We can now tell the stories as history or not. A tale of strife, coups, and then a civil war. Mostly, we might not like the places they take us, but the great and all the anonymous dead are there. And here, they cannot watch history repeat itself. Hear the sounds of all the sounds we brought on ourselves. The stillborn and the young, tongue versus tongue, and creed versus creed. Helmets, boots, guns, hunger, conscription, and deprivation. The sour taste of it all still lingers on our tongues, but is fading from our memory. But where are we going to be? And why? And who? Those long gone, young and unborn want to know, do we mean to be the people we meant to be? To keep on going where we meant to go? Gentle, but forceful and graphic reminders of the sordid details of conflict. The evidence from our neighbors teaches a lesson we partook in as peacekeepers. In the 90s, we sent men to Liberia, to Sierra Leone, and have witnessed the gory sides of it all for these nations, their citizens, and children. To rebuild a monumental effort, stone and slab, brick and mortar, and the human psyche. Rwanda will leave out a nightmare in short bursts. Libya and Syria still linger in war after a decade. But how do we fashion the future today? How do we address the commonplaceness of conflict and estrangement intrinsic in human exchange? I have rights. You have rights. We all have rights. Not just situational, but constitutional and God-given. The right to life, to move, fair hearing, personal liberty, dignity, and my dreams and thoughts. Who would have thought that no one would be responsible? No one responsible enough to be responsible for our safety, security, prosperity, welfare, and our dreams. Hear a chant from the young, perhaps we are responsible only to the extent that there is reason and thought. So we ask, can human faculties overcome estrangement? Can conflict be overcome by reason? Are there relatives or absolutes, uniformity or organic unity in diversity? Do we approve of a revolutionary attitude, or at a minimum employ revolutionary rhetoric? Extremism infused with intolerance and self-righteousness might lead to greater evil than those it attacks. How can divisions and conflicts among men and women be moderated? Existing social and political institutions may be imperfect, but insofar as they assure some kind of order, they have great value. Democracy should not be found in parties or between parties. We, who are many people together, cannot become the people falling apart. We, who dream for every child and even chance, cannot let luck alone send children to school.
kick-started here at the center of commerce, Kano State. This is the 12th in its series, the series of colloquiums that have been organized by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. He started organizing this event on every birthday of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the former governor of Lagos State. This whole idea started 12 years ago, and the event has really changed the narrative. Every event comes up with a new topic that helps direct conversations around topical issues. For this year's colloquium, the theme this year is our bond. Our bond coming at a time when there is a rising ethnic tension, where what appears to be some kind of disharmony among different groups in the country. This theme this year is quite. The theme this year is quite apt, because a lot of people are saying that it's coming at a time when people really need to hear that message of unity. They need to live together in harmony. But this event that will be chaired by President Muhammadu Buhari, he will be joining virtually from the presidential villa in Abuja. The Vice President Yemi Osinbajo will be unable to make it here. We're hearing that bad weather has prevented him from flying, including other dignitaries like the President of the Senate, the Speaker of the House of Representatives. Some state governors who are billed to be here will be unable to come here. Any moment from now, we're expecting some of the dignitaries. They are all here. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we're seeing the governor of Yobe State, who is also the caretaker chairman of the All Progressives Congress, also coming in here, and also Asiwaju Bola Tinubu also being accompanied by this top dignitary. Well, we expect at this event that a lot will happen. So many people are here, political allies and friends of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Also, we also expect strong policy statements coming out of here, and also political statements that might suggest what might happen in Nigeria's political scene in the near future. Well, we leave you with events and activities going on here, and I'll come back at intervals to give you updates.
The chairman of the colloquium, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Ernest Bayer Koroma, the former President of Sierra Leone, the special guest of honor, His Excellency the Vice President of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, our host, the Executive Governor of Kano State, His Excellency Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, and all executive governors present, and our celebrant,
of Liberia, George Waite, will also join this event virtually. There have been 12 editions of this colloquium, like I said earlier. And you know, the topics of all of these colloquiums have been quite instructive. We've had one of the topics in 2014. The theme for this event was called The Common Man. There was also a time when the topic in 2012, the topic was Beyond Mergers, a national movement for change, a new generation speaks. That was the time when the APC will be formed, when different political parties, the Action Congress, the AMPP, and some other political parties came together to form that big merger that turned out to be the All Progressives Congress. We also have different themes. We have one that was themed looking back and thinking ahead. That was the theme for 2012. But all of these, there have also been events leading to all of these. Since Asiwaju arrived in Kano, he has been having different meetings with different political stakeholders here in the state. Just yesterday, he also met with ethnic leaders here in Kano State, and he made a very instructive statement yesterday when some of the leaders came up to give different presentations and also felicitate with him on his birthday. The governor is about to speak. I will hand you over to the podium. Let's hear what Governor Umar Ganduje, who's the chief host, will say.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammad Buhari, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Senate President, the Right Speaker, Federal House of Assembly, who have joined us virtually, and those who are here with us in Coronation Hall, Kano, the chairman of our great party and the governor of Yobe State, the celebrant, our leader, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, members of National Assembly who are here with us, members of Kano State Executive Council who are here with us, all dignitaries who are here with us in this hall. You are most welcome to this very important occasion. It is an honor for me to deliver this welcome speech of the 12th Bola Tinubu Ahmed Colloquium, which is marking his 59th birthday. Is a very important occasion, and I feel honored. Let me recognize some panelists and discussants who have joined us all over the world and all over the country. His Excellency, Dr. George Weah, President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency, Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, former President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Her Excellency, Madam Finda Koroma, the Vice President of ECOWAS Commission, Professor Danny Roderick of Ford Foundation, Mr. Mohammed Yahya, Resident Representative of the United Nations development program. We all thank you for joining us in celebrating the 69th birthday of our leader, of our brother, Senator Tinubu Ahmed. We are very grateful for all of you. We thank you for choosing Kano to be the venue, the main venue of this occasion. Kano State is the commercial nerve center of the northern part of this country, and by the grace of God, with the development brought to Kano State by Mr. President, Kano State is now the commercial nerve center of even some West African countries. The choice of this year's topic of discussion, that is our common bond, our common wealth, the imperative of national cohesion for growth and development. This topic is heavily loaded. This topic is a challenge to the politicians, to the elites, even to the ordinary men in Nigeria. This topic has exposed our level of national integration. If the right indicators are to be used to measure our level of national integration from top to bottom, we can conveniently say that that level is very low. So it is a challenge for politicians, a challenge for the elites, and even a challenge for the ordinary people in order to discard those variables that are bringing national integration level low. Issues of tribalism, religious intolerance, nepotism, suspicion among the elites, all these variables, unless if we come together, they will continue to pull us down. His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, we believe is very serious. He is committed to the unity of this country, but he alone cannot win the war. We have to put our heads together in order to believe that our Nigeria is only one Nigeria. In fact, if we are to assess ourselves, all Nigerians, as far as national integration is concerned, we must be born again. And this is the stage that has been made. I believe the resolutions that will emanate from this colloquium will form good ideas for the benefit of our policymakers, for the benefit of our politicians. With these short remarks, I do sincerely congratulate the Jagaba of Borgu, Jagaba of Nigeria, and Jagaba of Africa. Happy birthday. Thank you, and God bless. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for His Excellency, the Governor of Kano State. I'd like to recognize the presence of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila, who is joining us virtually. Please put your hands together for him. Also, I would like to recognize the presence of Senate President, distinguished Senator Ahmed Lawan, who will be joining us virtually. Please put your hands together for him.
Now let's make welcome our special guest of honor for today and one of the primary minds behind the Bola Tinubu Colloquium. Ladies and gentlemen, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Oshibanjo, will now make his remarks.
The chairman of the 12th Bola Tinubu Colloquium, President Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, His Excellency Dr. George Weah, President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, former President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, the President of the Senate, Distinguished Senator Ahmed Ibrahim Lawan, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, His Excellency and our host, the Governor of Kano State, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, and all other state governors present. The celebrant, former Governor of Lagos State, and national leader of the All Progressive Congress, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Jagaban of Africa, and other party chieftains present. The wife of the celebrant, Ranking Senator Yeye Oluremi Tinubu, members of the National Assembly present, the honorable ministers present, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Mr. Boss Mustafa, His Highness the Emir of Bichi, Nasiru Ado Bayero, and other traditional rulers present, Your Excellencies of the Diplomatic Corps, the keynote speaker, Professor Daniel Roderick, and other panelists, captains of industry, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. May I join the Governor of Kano State, Governor Umar Ganduje, and others to welcome you to the 12th Bola Tinubu Colloquium. And this will be my first colloquium where I'm not physically present at the venue. As I'm sure you've already heard, several of us did the best we could from Abuja to get to Kano this morning, but bad weather certainly gave us so much difficulty that we were unable to arrive there. But I want to say that we are in today in a very great situation where we are able to reach you virtually. We're able to reach you using all the possible scientific innovations that enable us to reach you virtually, and we're extremely pleased to be able to do so today. Let me begin by saying that the colloquium has become an institution, and it is an institution in honor of an institution, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It was Barrister Ismail Ahmed at the 9th colloquium in Abuja who said so insightfully, and I quote, "There is perhaps no Nigerian leader who has been as instrumental in raising as many leaders as Asiwaju," which explains why gathered here today is a serving vice president, several governors, former governors, commissioners, former commissioners, honorable ministers, former ministers, local government functionaries, social agitators, top-ranking journalists who can trace their careers and political trajectories to Asiwaju's leadership. What is responsible for this phenomenon is Asiwaju's leadership style, and it is an unusual one, especially in developing democracies. Central to that style are the following. First, a belief that development, economic, social, political development depends on enabling a contest of ideas. Whether that is within a political party or its caucuses, a cabinet meeting, or even just sitting around and thinking through a problem. By exposing his own thoughts and ideas constantly to debate and contestation, he refines his views constantly and is at the cutting edge of issues as varied as artificial intelligence, vaccines, to even what sort of legal processes or arguments would be filed in a matter in court. I remember once when he was suggesting to me that he thought it was better that we should contest jurisdiction in a particular case. And so many other times when he has introduced his own legal thoughts to a matter, I've had to keep reminding him that he's not a lawyer. And of course, I'm sure you have to remind him several times that he's not many different things. Second, perhaps, and more importantly, because he is not afraid of having his ideas scrutinized, criticized by even his subordinates. He's able to lead a vast array of persons of strong, deeply held convictions and a variety of ideologies. The third in that leadership style is that he is completely comfortable engaging across ethnic, religious, and partisan divides. It is believed that national development is only possible where we, the leaders, are constantly interrogating ideas, perspectives, and opinions, which is what led some of us who worked with him through the years to formalize our constant debates, so that on his birthday, we open up discussions on some issue or issues of national importance. So starting in 2009, which was the inaugural colloquium, we addressed the question of electoral integrity with the theme, quote, "Every vote must count." In 2010, a theme similar to what we have this year affirmed our belief in the United Nations, quote, "This house must stand." Then in 2011, we asked the question, and I quote, "Nigeria, why isn't it working? How will it work?" End of quote. In 2012, we had an exercise in retrospection and prognosis. And the theme that year was, I quote, "Looking back and thinking ahead," end of quote. The fifth colloquium examined the driving philosophy behind the imminent political phenomenon at the time, which was the creation of a new political party by a merger of existing political parties and its implications, the creation of the APC. The theme then was Beyond Mergers, a National Movement for Change. Then came the Summit of the Common Man in 2014, chronicling the everyday challenges of citizens and proposals to remediate these concerns. By 2015, the theme was, and I quote, "Change, how it will work." 2016, the focus was on the sector that contributes the highest to our GDP, agriculture. The theme was, and I quote, "Agriculture, action, work, revolution," end of quote. The spirit of Nigerian enterprise was on display in 2017 with the Make It in Nigeria theme. Make It in Nigeria in 2017. In 2018, it was investing in people to examine the shape and substance of Africa's largest social investment program, National Social Investment Program. In 2019, we addressed the question of employment and productivity under the rubric of, and I quote, "Work for the people." Work for people. Regrettably, in 2020, as we all know, where we were meant to showcase innovative ideas in education, but had to cancel on account of the COVID-19 pandemic. We're here today to engage at another of those crucial ones in our national journey, at a time when a combination of challenges worsened by the fallout of the global pandemic has created a storm of socioeconomic problems. The default mode of some at times like this is to stoke tendencies, viewpoints, and opinions that threaten the Federation and our unity. But the colloquium, as usual, bets on Nigeria and its creative and resilient people. Our theme this time is Our Common One, Our Commonwealth. Focuses on peace, and we focus on peace building and national cohesion. We intend to interrogate from a national and regional perspective innovative strategies for sustaining peace and prosperity in a heterogeneous society. We believe that we now have an opportunity to increase the numbers of a new tribe of Nigerians, a tribe of men and women of all faiths, tribes, and ethnicities, committed to run a country on high values of integrity, hard work, justice, and love of country. A tribe of men and women who are prepared to make the sacrifices and self-constraints that are crucial to building a strong society. Who are prepared to stick together, to fight for equity and justice, side by side. A tribe consisting of professionals, businessmen, politicians, religious leaders, and all others who believe that this new Nigeria is possible, and that already we have built and are building the building blocks for this new Nigeria. As I close, let me say how deeply indebted we are to His Excellency the Governor of Kano State, Governor Umar Ganduje. Only a few days ago, we were set to have a completely virtual colloquium with a hub in Lagos, the customary location of local, when Governor Ganduje graciously offered to host the physical aspect of the hybrid colloquium.
At TVC News, wherever the big news story is happening, we're geared up to break it. TVC News, first with breaking news.